Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the effect of temperature on a simple muscle curve. This is in continuation of different graphs that we are trying to learn in experimental physiology. Now coming to the aim of the aim of the study is to demonstrate the effect of temperature on simple muscle curve. Here the apparatus, the drum speed and electrical connections all are similar to the setup for a simple muscle curve. And in our channel we have another video where we have explained in detail about simple muscle curve. Now coming to the procedure, the first thing that we have to do is dissect a frog and isolate the sciatic nerve and the gastrocnemius muscle. We have another video in our channel where we have discussed in detail how to isolate a sciatic nerve and a gastrocnemius muscle. For this experiment, we take 3 beakers with Ringer solution at 3 different temperatures. One at a room temperature, other at a warm temperature, and the third one with cold temperature. And we are checking the temperature in the beakers with the help of laboratory thermometer. Now the first thing that we have to do is we'll pour the warm room temperature Ringer solution onto the nerve muscle preparation and take a simple muscle curve. This is how we will take a simple muscle curve, and after this we don't have to change any of the setup. All that we will do is we'll wait for some time and then pour the solution of cold Ringer solution. Now time tracing is one thing which you can do either in the starting of the study, like before you take up the graphs, or you can do after you have obtained all the 3 graphs. Now the next thing that we have to do is after drawing a simple muscle curve at a room temperature, let us take a simple muscle curve which we are going to elicit after pouring the cold Ringer solution. Now this cold Ringer solution is at a temperature of 16 degrees Celsius, and we pour this solution on the nerve muscle preparation for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, keeping the same point of stimulus and the same strength of stimulus, we'll try to record another simple muscle curve. So the curve that we get is now a cold curve. Next, what we need to do is we'll pour the normal temperature Ringer solution again and try to bring back the nerve muscle preparation at a room temperature. After we have brought it at the room temperature, we'll try pouring the warm Ringer solution. Now this warm Ringer solution is at a temperature of 38 degrees Celsius, and we'll pour this for another 3 minutes. And we'll try to record a simple muscle curve. So in this way we will be getting the 3 different curves at 3 different temperatures, keeping the same point of stimulus and the strength of stimulus. This is the actual curve that we will be getting. Now let us try to understand the different labels of this curve. Now here LW stands for the latent period for the curve that we have obtained with warm Ringer solution. Ln stands for the latent period for the simple muscle curve which we have obtained at the room temperature. LC stands for the latent period which we for the cold curve which we have obtained after pouring a cold Ringer solution at 16 degrees Celsius. So these are the latent periods, and as we know there are other components, that is the contraction period and the relaxation period. So here are the 3 contraction periods of 3 different graphs, and here are the relaxation period of 3 different graphs. Coming to observation, what did we observe here? We observed that the latent period for the warm temperature curve is the shortest, and the latent period for the cold temperature is the longest. Then we also observed that the contraction period for the warm is the shortest as evident here, and the cold period contraction period is the longest as we see in here in this case. We can see here the contraction period is the longest in cold curve. Coming to relaxation period, it is also exactly same how we have done for contraction period. Now the relaxation period for warm is shorter as compared to the normal one, and we have the longest relaxation period for the curve which we have obtained at the cold temperature. Now coming to height of contraction. As evident from this graph, the height of contraction for the warm curve is the highest as compared to the normal and the curve that we have obtained with cold Ringer solution. So in contrast to the latent period, the contraction period and the relaxation period, where we found that these three components were shortest in case of warm curve and were the longest in case of the curve which was obtained with cold Ringer solution. Now here what we see is that the height of contraction is the highest for the curve which has been recorded at 38 degrees Celsius, that is at warm temperature, and the one which is recorded at the cold temperature has got the shortest height of contraction. Now come the question is, what is the effect of warm temperature on simple muscle curve? Warm temperature, it increases the excitability of the muscle. It decreases the muscle viscosity. It fastens the enzymatic and chemical changes prior to the mechanical changes, thereby bringing an increase in the height of contraction. Since there is increase in the conduction velocity of the impulse, we see that the latent period for the warm curve is the shortest as compared to the normal and the cold curve. What is the effect of cold temperature on simple muscle curve? Cold temperature solution decreases the excitability of the muscle, increases the muscle viscosity, slows down the enzymatic and chemical changes prior to the mechanical changes. So we find a decrease in the height of contraction. This decrease in conduction velocity of the impulse causes an increase in the latent period. As we know, the latent period is the time period taken by the impulse to travel from the point of stimulus to the point of contraction. So there are many factors which come under latent period. We have talked in detail in our simple muscle curve video. Now there are few questions which will be asked, very important with respect to Viva and otherwise also. What is the effect of very high temperature on skeletal muscle? Very high temperature means beyond 45 degrees Celsius, 50, 60, 60 degrees Celsius is going to denature the protein. And since actin and myosin filaments of skeletal muscles are protein in nature, they may get denatured and the muscle may be in a state of contraction. And this is what we call as the heat rigor. Next, the question may be asked is, what is the effect of very low temperature on skeletal muscle? If the temperature is very low, below 0 degrees Celsius, there will be decrease in the metabolism of the cell. It might also lead to formation of crystals in between the cells. And so what will happen is that there will be a kind of denaturation as we have seen in case of high temperature. In the similar case here also, the proteins are going to get denatured and the muscle will be in a state of sustained contraction. And this type of contraction we called it as cold rigor. Next, the question comes is, what is the physiological significance of this experiment? With this experiment, we can detect the efficiency of the skeletal muscle in different temperatures. Provided we have an increase in temperature within physiological limits, the work efficiency of the skeletal muscle will be more with increased temperature as compared to decreased temperature. Thank you. That's all.